The Republicans are nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. Got that? They're out there saying that health care reform will lead to death panels and euthanizing seniors. There's a guy that answered to it. One final point. For all of the hooey and prognostication that's going on out there about the midterms, oh, Grayson's doing this because he might hurt the Democrats in the midterms. The hell with that. This guy is what it's all about. Now, we're a year away from the midterms. That's an eternity in politics, isn't it? I want to know how you folks feel about this. Get your cell phones out tonight, folks. I want to know if you think, will Congressman Grayson's comments help or hurt the Democrats when it comes to passing reform? Text A for help, B for hurt to 622-639. I think he's the guy we've been waiting for. We'll bring you the results later on in the program. Now, coming up with us right now, a couple of guys I really respect. John Nichols, Washington correspondent for The Nation, and also Jonathan Alter, senior editor for Newsweek and author of the book, The Defining Moment, FDR's 100 Days and the Triumph of Hope. John Nichols, do the Democrats need more of this? Are they crying for this kind of approach?
They need a lot more of this. Ed, they've been losing the fight on health care. And let me tell you, there can't be an easier sell in America than giving people the health care they need. So why are they losing? It's because they pulled punches for the better part of 8 or 9 months. Alan Grayson came on and threw a punch, and it connected.
No doubt about it. Jonathan Alter, you agree with this strategy? He says there's going to be more of this. I mean, it's a no back down moment for the Democrats in his world. How do you think this will play out?
I do agree with it, as long as it's limited to, your program, cable TV, speaking in his district, whatever. I don't like it on the floor. I agree with Nancy Pelosi. I think everybody should apologize for, blaming the other side for death, whether it's death panels or what Congressman Grayson said, and try to keep it civil on the floor. That's the way the founders wanted it, and that's consistent with the traditions of the American Republic. But in terms of stopping acting like pansies, which too many Democrats have for a long time, I think it's great, and it's great for him to speak out.
Now, do you think he was not civil on the floor, Jonathan? I mean, do you think he went over the top?
I do. Yeah, on the floor, I think he went over the top, where he's basically accusing the Republicans of favoring, the deaths of people. The statistics are right. It's that extra twist that lays the dead bodies at their feet that takes you into the realm of, what you could call uncivil dialogue. And that just rubs all the wounds raw. We can get health insurance. We can be tough without engaging in that kind of language. But there's no reason for him to apologize because, the Republicans, as he's pointed out, have done much, much worse on the floor over many, many years.
Sure.
And it's also true, the reason that that Wilson had to apologize is because it was very personal about the President of the United States, who was in the chamber at the time. So for them to compare this to Joe Wilson is completely preposterous.
I agree with you on that. But the key here is he was calling them out on a policy. He was calling them out on the lack of a plan. And so I think he was in bounds because Americans are dying. John, what do you think?
Let me remind Jonathan Alter, as regards the founders, that the third vice president of the United States was in a duel and shot the Secretary of the Treasury, I believe. So the founders were not, it wasn't good, Jonathan, but the founders were not that into civility. And the fact of the matter is, there's not only no need for apology, I think this is what you take to the floor. The American people see this health care debate as so vague, so empty right now. They need some real facts and some real passion.
What about the character assassination on this man? The response by the National Republican Committee on this?
I think that if there is a need for an apology at this point, this is the place. If they cannot back that up and say, yes, here's our evidence of unstable behavior on the part of this congressman, then there should be an apology.
And Jonathan Alter, I'll ask you about this. Is this a new low for the Republicans, or anytime anybody challenges them on any kind of policy or having a plan, they start saying, well, this guy's unstable? There is nothing, I might add, in this congressman's background that would lead anybody in the medical profession to believe that he has got a pathological pattern of unstable behavior.
It's not a new low because they've been awfully low before, but it's definitely below the belt. But what happens is it just escalates. And that's why I just have to disagree with John Nichols on this. Yeah, Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr had a duel, but why do we have these traditions? My distinguished colleague from South Carolina, the esteemed gentleman from Pennsylvania.
We got too many friends.
Why were those put in? Why have we had those for 200 years? Because democracy does demand, when you're in the Congress, in our sacred halls, a certain level of civility. Cable TV does not demand that. Getting up and giving a speech.
Well, neither does talk radio, and the ratings control that. The ratings have controlled that one for years. That's their domain. In fact, they claim people are trying to take their microphones away.
Well, I think it's great for the Democrats to come back real muscular on talk radio and talk this way, just not in Congress.
Final comment, John.
Let me just tell you that Senator Bernie Sanders says the real opposition to the health care reform right now is coming from right-wing talk radio because the Democrats have not been muscular enough. There was nothing uncivil about saying that people who are denied health care die.
If I might add, John Nichols, Jonathan Alter, thanks for joining us tonight. If I could just add, I love the charts because that means it was planned. He knew exactly what he was going to say. He knew exactly how he was going to say it. He's a successful attorney. He's a great presenter. We need more of that guy on the floor.